Hi everyone, today I'm going to interview Jeff Edwards. He's from England and lives in Aberdeen now. I'm going to ask him about his life as an expat, about the working abroad, living abroad, the differences between the two cultures, the difficulties he had to deal with, and finally if he would do it all again. Hi Jeff, I already know you, but my fellow students don't, so where are you from and how long did you live there?
From a small village called Kinnerton, just on the Welsh-English border. I've lived there for 32 years.
Okay. And when did you move to Belgium and why?
Came to Belgium in around about 1990, and that was because I was working all over Europe as a freelance aircraft technician. And I ended up staying in Belgium because I worked here for short periods after each other, and then eventually I'd offered a job and eventually met my partner Isabel, so I decided to stay.
Okay, so you grew up there. Do you see some differences about the growing up of your daughter here and yours there?
Yeah, well, first of all, there's a big difference in time because of the advances and all, and also the culture is very much different.
What are differences?
Yeah, well, yeah, we didn't start school until 4 years old, whereas here Megan started at 2.5. I think the education, the school is also longer. We only went to school till 16, and here is also 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also had to learn the Dutch language. How did you handle that?
That was, in the beginning, was a little bit difficult because working at the airport, communication was all in English. So I started playing football here and learned a little bit from the teammates and from going out. I also bought a book which was called Dutch in 3 months, but it doesn't work in 3 months.
I suppose your friends live in England. What was it difficult to make new friends here? Through which way did you make new friends?
Most of all, met people in work and also through sport, football mainly. It goes pretty easily, really.
Yeah. Can we talk about indulgence or restraint in England?
The only thing I can think of that restrains the people in England is the fact that they don't really like to upset each other, hurt people's feelings, so they tend to hold in their meaning rather than let it out too freely.
Okay. About working, you also worked over there. For which company did you work and what was your function?
Worked for British Aerospace, and that was an aircraft technician.
Okay. And what kind of work do you do now? Freelancer?
No, I work now at the airport in Ostend on aircraft ground equipment.
Okay. And is there a big difference in the working mentality between two countries? Or?
No, I wouldn't say there was a big difference, no. Small differences, but that's more to do with the culture, I think.
Okay. And it's the same job for another company, or is it something totally different?
No, it's more or less the same, yeah.
Okay. And which country do you prefer to work? And why?
I wouldn't really say I had any preference because I've worked in lots of different countries.
Oh, okay.
Which
countries did you work?
Germany, France, Luxembourg, America, also a little bit in Africa. I'm used to working in different countries, but basically always the same job. So, and always at airports. So really speaking, there's a different work environment in airports on aircraft maintenance than outside of the airports, I think. And yeah, generally it's the same, not the same exactly, but similar overall of the countries I've been in. Because there are also lots of foreigners working in that branch.
Okay, and do we speak of a low or high uncertainty avoidance in England?
I think that's where I came from initially, that's in the countryside, and we don't really think too much about those things. There was work enough and there was no real competition between people. Everybody knew each other like a big family, so it wasn't really a big too much to think about in that respect.
The English culture is different from the Belgian. What was the most difficult part for you to adapt?
Silly little things about, like in England everybody's holding the door open for you and queuing up for buses, and here they don't seem to bother with that. They just walk in front of you or try to get first on the bus and stuff.
Okay. Would you like to return to England in the future, and why? Or why not?
I wouldn't say I'll never go back, because you never know what might happen, but at the moment I'm happy here, so yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay.
If things change, maybe I would have to change my mind. But
okay. Now my last question: would you do it all again? Move to Belgium, and do you have some tips for other expats?
Cool. Do it again. It wasn't really planned. It just sort of happened. I didn't go looking for a job abroad. I just sort of eased into it, fell into it really. I started working abroad with the company I worked for in England. So then eventually, I kept going more and more, and I just ended up in Belgium, like in chance really, not really planned so much, but yeah, I would do it again. It was a good experience.
Okay.
And the tips for anybody who wants to do it, have to be open-minded and try and adapt yourself to the country where you go.
Okay.
Not work against it, and not try and stay English. That's not really how it works.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
No problem.